Ola most realize they're going to be edge for a long time off the back of this one. Long enough to maybe see those two of our youngest fans in the crowd grow old enough maybe to play in these tournaments themselves. It's going to be a little bit of a slow one, but all for making their way. Nick Galaxy is starting to break away from Potato Hill now as well. Looking to try and get away from Pachinki. On the north side, Flasher pushing in past that mansion prison area.
Thank you so much, Tiny Genius.
On towards the top of the hill, towards that lumberyard position potentially, or might just draw short on the north. On the south side of prison. For entrances. Yeah, we do. I mean, we got so loud, man. Chanting of 4T, which is always good. They've got some good fans as well, and they deserve it with some of the performances they've been putting up so far. 23 points currently. Again, we got to back it off a little bit though coming into this game. Pull back on the gas, right? I don't think they need to go too hard just yet. They have some strong players on that team, and they have the consistency to work with. And I agree with Seven. It's probably the most smack talk I've ever heard from Falak before. He's a very respectful guy at the end of the day, despite being such a menacing game. But yeah, it is funny that for Falak, smack talk consists of, yeah, if I am consistent, you are all going to have a horrible time. I think that's to be fair, though, I kind of think that's true in this lobby. Yeah, no. But it depends what consistency is so crucial, right? Well, it depends what your consistency is. Okay. I'll say at least 50% of the lobby, if they are on a consistently performing day at their sort of peak, yeah, absolutely. Anybody on their best day could sweep the lobby like this. Hey, but okay, let me pitch you this. Okay. Curveball right now. All right. Take
75 to 80 के बीच.
Put Doc on his best day. 75. How many other players really live up to that hype?
80 ज़्यादा बोल
दिया.
70, 75.
Right? If Doc's on his best day, yeah, nobody stands a chance. How many? If we say everyone else is on their best day, still, how many players live up?
Lobby बहुत tough है, थोड़ा 80 ज़्यादा हो गया. 75 तो कर सकते.
Yeah, you know what I'm putting there. There are levels to this. There are levels. You know, there's Doc, then there's maybe Balak, sure. Maybe Coop could potentially step up there. It's been a long while coming, but I liked the little rev of the engine in that last match towards the end that he was allowed to unleash. Weirdly though, as well. Yeah, weirdly though, yeah, they are completely split right now. I feel like this is something that happens with Galaxy way too often. Is that they just split 2 and 2 and they're opposite sides of the map. You have to give these guys a big credit. This is a horrendous rotation to be making. Everyone knows it's really difficult to play out here. This is a fairly central location of the circle. You leave 2 players behind to try and get looted up as much as possible. Nick Galaxy, and then you just make this wild approach. If anything, this has worked out ridiculously well. They have 2 players over on the coastal side down towards Milkar. If this continues to move southeast, and now you have an anchor point to play off the back. So Nick Galaxy here, they take a huge gamble. But again, gambles are required considering that first game they had of the day. Oh, terrible. But they managed to get 10 on their second match, and with this, he might be able to pump that up a little bit further. So I actually don't mind this. Push up those points, get a little bit more amongst it on the tables. As the backstop for Nick Galaxy, look at a regroup. They've got about 3 kilometers to go before they fight their other duo. So a long road ahead of them on the south side. Step 2, yeah. This is no. Yeah, step 2's got to come through first.
दोनों मैच 3 मैन निकाले. एक मैच 4 मैन अच्छा एंड जोन तक पहुंचे तो मजा आ जाए.
Pretty nasty spot, I think it's safe to say. The circle does go a little bit more land-based.
यार अपन जहाँ है ना,
maybe 20% water.
ज़्यादा मूवमेंट नहीं देनी चाहिए. जोन लेफ्ट साइड आ सकता है.
Position in the hills to the north of Miltar.
झूठ नहीं बोलूँगा, जोन है ना KRX जहाँ पे है ना, ये जो मेन जो है ना, आरू की पोजीशन देखो. अरे माँ क्या आरू बीच वो क्या, अरे प्रिजन के ऊपर का पत्थर लेके बैठा आरू. अरे बाप रे, डेड सेंटर चले गए.
Too close, I think, for most of their liking. I think that's the 4th rise coming across the backstop duo of Nick Galaxy.
प्रिजन वाला जो ऊपर पत्थर लगाने को बड़ा.
They want to get into the circle.
वहाँ पे चला गया आरू सीधा.
A lot of place to play here. We
भाई
are kind
regroup कर लो चारों साथ में please.
lumberyard, so we have that high ground in play, which is going to
अपन
cut out a
टावर
little
और
bit
वो
of a
पत्थर का स्पीड रख रहे हैं क्या?
on that central area.
यार regroup करना important है.
You see the amazing
बहुत सारी टीमें आजू-बाजू.
not care about the bunker.
बहुत
Try and
टीमें
get as
आजू-बाजू.
central as possible. Work our way into this one. Not a lot of fights
बहुत
going
टीमें
through.
आजू-बाजू.
Teams more focused
Zone तो ले लिया अपन
on
अच्छा.
the wheel. 10 and 2 right now to get into this circle.
जोन तो अच्छा ले लिया बट
Look
देखते
at that secondary close on this one coming up shortly. Nick Galaxy move over further towards that northeast side. They are just about eking their way in. To get to 40 though. Good opener for them, looking for more against the Cypher, but they go down 1 and 2. Heavy blows dealt towards Geeky, but there is an answer, and it's Falak and the Cypher now, looking to try and take on Sapji and Kevin from down below, moving that hovercraft into position, but that could trap the nade in with them. A Cypher in danger. Has to step in. Can hop out. Can he go for the rest? No, there's another nade. And T24 is a goner. A Cypher stays alive though with the protection of the hovercraft. It's going up in smoke. It's on fire now. Forced out. More nades. DK playing siege to them. IQ wanted to try and stay alive here, but he's bleeding. Falak's
अपने बंदे को damage बढ़ा रहे हैं बहुत गंदा.
IQ's down.
अपना बंदा 10 HP है. आरू ने knock किया डॉग को.
This is a real rough approach over the last
किल लिया
few
आरू ने
games.
डब्बा. अरे आरू ने किल लिया डॉग का.
Even Ulf's getting involved now. They got some good shots
W,
there.
W,
Able to do a little bit
W.
more damage to Zypher on a sticky situation. Aluna actually not a bad spot. We haven't seen too much out of this team so far. All gamers were instant towards the central of the circle. And they are playing around that lumberyard area. This is pretty good news for QM DRX on that north side. C4 thrives, losing three of their players early.
सोच रहा हूँ वहीं गिर रहे हैं लोग पत्थर के पास जो बड़ा पत्थर होता है वहाँ पे डिब्बी है.
Losing a player, they're pretty happy.
पैच है वो पैच पे अगर गिर रहे हो तो मस्त है जगह.
It's looking pretty nice right now for them. But remember, this is a chase for top 5 with direct qualification spots here in Group A and indeed in Group B after this. But
अगर मैप में दिख जाए ना अपनी जगह किधर है अपन तो मजा आ जाए.
it's always good to have an early lead. And that is exactly what they're going to be looking to do here. For Q1 DRX on the north side, they are chilling. Yeah, KRX fighting right now. They are having a good time of it. Looking to push that points count a bit further upwards. Circle does move back down again. You know what, Nick Galaxy again, this is a massive gamble. I completely agree with you. They've hit sevens across the board.
आरू बहुत information निकालने के लिए forward खेल रहा है.
They even got themselves a loot crate. I mean, that is lucky.
Ulf पीछे से आ रही है, Visgod.
But we'll see what they can get done with it, because again, Nick Galaxy
Information दे दिया
a
Visgod.
lot of end games in the past, even though they get themselves there. I think Coops is that secret bit of sauce that they do require to get into those end games and play them out well. This must be
प्यारा रे आरू, प्यारा आरू. स्कोप नहीं मिला क्या? स्कोर है. मोबिल कम है रे. नहीं है रे.
Slow start the vehicle. You know
यार
what?
लूप कम है
Aru is looking really good today. I think for Aru, there was always a question for OGs that does the gun skill live up to the hype here at PMWC? Seems like these guys have been doing a lot of work in the back end here, and Aru is showing up as the leader. As Zypher will go down, it's 4 thrives. Now,
तो 40 by 40 दाम होती है. होलो है. Level 1 का gear है.
Place. Very tricky rotate coming through for them. They got split up. They couldn't quite convert over towards Geek on their engagement. It looked like they had a really good opener, but the shots just weren't landing. It was unfortunate, but they do fall for it. Aurora, they're looking to keep things trucking low. And remember, we know what they could do with a duo. We've given them an extra player this time around. They're on 3, and they've already opened up for an Elim. They're in a pretty
अभी शायद वो डॉग की पेटी में भी लूटे वो. क्योंकि आजू बाजू की जो भी टीम्स अपने पीछे की थी वो रोटेट करके तो चलेगी.
Milter power as well.
अगर अपन अभी H2H खेल रहे हैं,
could be a pretty powerhouse spot.
I guess तो अपन अभी 10-20 सेकंड 10-20% अंदर ही है जोन के. एच पे गिर रहे अपन, ज्यादा अंदर W नहीं है भाई, जो कि अच्छा डिसीजन है. जिस हिसाब से लूट है डायरेक्ट W दबाएंगे.
Down towards the side of crates. It's not a horrible place to play, but
हिंदी लगा रहे पीछे से रह रहे हिंदी इसके लिए.
It's so hard to know where it's going to go because it's still folding over towards Deadwoods. It's still folding back their way towards Milter Power.
ओजी की जर्सी पहनो मेरे पे आ ही नहीं रहा अभी तक. आज तो क्यों नहीं पहनता पागल.
Curious to see how they want to play this out. Goats really trying to pull the elastic band both ways. They're dead center of it all. Good shots though from Genfox. I mean, been on a bit of a tear today with a massive recovery over at Toronto. Now looking to put the hurt in over towards Flower H.
पहली बार उतरा नहीं कोई इतना इजी उसको लगा बिठा देगा गाड़ी में.
But somehow managing to escape with a little
गाड़ी
bit
में
of
बिठाने
life
का
left
रिस्क
in
लिया
it.
बंदा.
Enoch knocks me, he knocks me not. He knocks me not, seemingly the conclusion on that one. I can get some healing done. Sprout anew. With 3 players alive on the west side. Gaming Stars nade over towards X-Force rejects. And another one puts Pigeons and takes down Shiva as well. They're not going to be able to get this forward duo back up. Look at the back.
कैसे बोलूंगा अभी तुम लोगों को और उधर थोड़ा डिले भी है रे
My goodness me, what a horrendous circle. Just got sent out.
बहुत प्यारा FL से फाइट हो सकती
needs to live this rotate though, needs to get back to the rest of the team.
FL
they have a good time.
FL और
Great
Ula
shot from Aaron.
FL और
Where
Ula
did that come from? All right, all pulling it out the bag, as well as Nick Galaxy on that south coast side. They can sweep through. Furia looking to try and challenge. It would be a little bit difficult to deal with, but Galaxy have the inside track there. You're right though to highlight that Aaron spray. It was pretty nutty. The guy is insane. You've talked about being his biggest fan. I think you can be proud in that title right now. Again, the speed at which he identifies the location, understands that this is a shot that he needs to hit right now. Gaming Stars to ensure that Kelsey gets back to the team. They know of all people inside this lobby. The top 3 here.
आजू-बाजू 3 टीम है उला है FL है और अपने ऊपर KRX है अगर अपन पहला मूव करेंगे ना तो 3 टीम मिलके मारेंगे अपने को तो परफेक्ट टाइमिंग परफेक्ट नाउ मूव करने का एकदम डिसीजन जो मेकिंग है वो एकदम भाई फेवर में जाना चाहिए अपने
standing the mini milter as well as the compound down towards us.
ये सीधा स्ट्रेट अप जोन के अंदर जाना है और कहीं नहीं जा सकते 4 टीम वही करने वाली है
couple of eliminations
बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है जोन
and they might be in the next zone.
देखते पहला मूव ना करे अपन बस कोई मूव करेगा उसका अपन एडवांटेज उठा ले
predictions over on the EWC app.
KRX भी जाएगी अभी जोन में उनको भी जोन में जाना है
put Ulf in, you might be pretty happy right now. It's a little bit difficult potentially if they have to move away from the coastline.
FL versus Geek हुआ
Galaxy in as a prediction
अपने लिए अच्छा न्यूज़ है अपने पास उला है बस
a pretty decent shout.
ऊपर में बिठा के इनको भेज दो
Yeah, I think certainly given the start of this match, right? But looking at the rest of the lobby, there is a lot more danger on the western side. Ulf taken down with a long-range shot from Mini 14. Might be reasable though. And Ulf down to 2 active though.
अपन अपने सामने उला चले गई उला को भी अपन मार के सेटल कर सकते हैं उला और नेवर माइंड उला एकदम आगे चले गई अपने लिए अच्छा है ना
It's not the case.
अपने लिए अच्छा है
Ooh, I mean, I think maybe the 2-2 split
उला जो अपने पास में थी स्ट्रेट अप आगे चले गई वो लोग जोन में
also get involved, and this is a 4v2 if it comes down to it. Scarface and Ketch got a big old
Ulf versus उला की फाइट होगी FL versus AGL की फाइट होगी अपने लिए जोन
X-Force rejects got a
एंट्री आसान है
potentially from getting involved as a third party on the north side.
अट्रैक्शन भी बन सकते हैं भाई अगर गलत स्पॉट पे चले गए तो
you got Q and DRX on that north side as well, who have yet to fully regroup and make their way forwards. A lot of pressure is going to be felt by the positions on the coastline. This southwest side that we're on board with now does need to conclude as Flash are rolling around the ridge lines but not quite able to find the opener. They only have 3 players and RRQ are waiting. They are ready to see who emerges from this one.
थोड़ा किल निकालने के लिए
How many points they can
इन्फॉर्मेशन निकालने बाजी आ रहा है बाजी थोड़ा क्लोज आया इन्फॉर्मेशन निकालने
JL to make the move out here.
यार अपन दो टीम के बीच में
alongside with a blue. I mean,
kills निकाल सकते हैं
XDZ, I would 100% feel like that was the knock as well. Looked away in that moment.
आराम से भाई आराम से
ahead of him.
आराम से
backs down. Thundertalk also shots over towards Fury. Fury getting absolutely decimated as they try and pull out from Milter and Nick the Galaxy. They are just going to play it off with the power grid here. Orangutan trying to move parallel to Flash. Nobody's looking happy as everybody's losing players. 2 players on the back line may be resible if they're quick about it. Flower looking to pull a player back to his feet. DRX on the because they are slamming straight into the south flank. RQ, yeah, you're right. They are absolutely rinsing shots through the smoke. Take down Feiren to start things off. He also took an unfortunate knock and will be flushed out because of it. Looking to stay alive, but it's just down to Aru now. Molotov up towards the right-hand side. It's not quite on target. Immediately, Aru's going to swing round. Lepar has to win this. He'll find Aru. Naraku
पहले बोला ना
to see another day, but we've
यहाँ
just
पे जो
one
भी वो
player
मूव
to
किया
do
सबके
it.
अट्रैक्शन यार वही हो
It's
गया
going to be him as the wanderer
करना ही था
inside
जोन
the
के अंदर,
circle.
वही है।
It's going to be close, but should get
दो
the
टीम
first
लड़ रही थी
day.
एफएल एजीएल अपने को मूव करना ही था वो टाइम पे केआरएक्स आ गई आरआर क्यों आ गई
Hops in.
देखो ना जो भी टीम लड़ी ना केआरएक्स के अलावा
Doesn't have any stims ticking him up
सबके
just
एक-एक
yet.
बचे।
He's going to go straight towards Aurora. Not in the zone either, so
इसमें कुछ
has to take a
चोक
beat
किया ये
to
भी
try
नहीं
and
बोल
get some
सकता
healing done. Only 2 nades
ना
to try
हगा
and find an
उन्होंने।
opener, and it is just Ruthless in this
गलती नहीं
location
करी मैच में
for the
कुछ भी।
time being. The rest of Aurora look at a
ये
regroup
मैच में
elbow.
गलती नहीं करी
It's
उन्होंने
going
कुछ
to
भी।
get more dangerous
अनलकी
for
हो गए।
Agar in the next 20 seconds. Hell, you know
बहुत
what?
क्लस्टर था उनके साइड और जोन जाने के लिए लड़ाई होनी थी
Galaxy big brain move.
मतलब अगर अपन जीतते भी ना फाइट तो अपना भी एक या दो ही सर्वाइवल रहता
early away from the rest of the
ऐसा ही आरआरक्यू का हुआ एफएल का हुआ एजीएल का हुआ
I really look. I like the
समझ
fact
रहे क्या बोल
that
रहा
he didn't feel dismayed after that first
In
game.
case बच भी जाते ना तो एक आधा ही बचता
Hello was
बहुत बचत थी थर्ड पार्टी इंस्टेंट आ गया
honestly, 'cause I know how that must have felt. I can try and understand it. But for them to come out with this kind of maneuver in game 3,
पूरा hard luck
love it.
बोलूंगा।
I really do love it. And if it pays off,
Hard luck
that
बोलूंगा।
will give them some great confidence into the future. Or maybe it could be a false positive.
तीन kill लेके गए अपन।
It's so difficult to call things like that. Aurora suffering heavily.
तीन
They are
kill लेके
still
गए।
3 players alive, and all 3 are in the zone, but they're under a lot of pressure. This is
मतलब और kills ले सकते थे थोड़ा
all of those smokes around her to try and keep his teammates safe.
वहाँ पे और
I think
kill
they're
आने
gonna get
चाहिए
this res. Gaming Stars under pressure. As the Kawum DRX managed to move into position, but look at the step up. Biddy gets rebuffed, and it might just be going south for the
सीधा
Koreans.
चला गया बिनी बाप रे
TRE just has to stare from behind the tree as Benny falls down on location. 2 players now, and the north side gets him
बड़ा, बड़ा,
dismantled. Gaming Stars holding strong. The nade doesn't connect.
दोनों डॉज कर दिया भाई
TRE still alive here. Next nade might be on target. Explodes by the side of KRX. He's down. Gaming Stars right now looking awesome, but are now down to just 2. All for weather the storm, but man, they would have loved to have more players up there. And it was very livable down towards that south side. I think
But
they
अपन
want
है
to
ना-
keep tabs on that northern edge, though. It is just...
अपन है ना एक चीज वहाँ पे थोड़ी लेफ्ट राइट हो गई जब अपना पहला नॉक हुआ था ना उसको रिवाइवल के प्रोसेस में अपना बहुत टाइम वेस्ट हो गया शायद वहाँ रिवाइव नहीं करके अपन थोड़ा फाइट के अंदर ही एंगेज करके कैपिटलाइज करना था वहाँ पे रिवाइव दिया ना उसको वो वापस नॉक हुआ और उसके रिवाइवल के चक्कर में वो बंदा जो रिवाइव दे रहा था वो भी नॉक हो गया तो रिवाइवल वाला डिसीजन थोड़ा भारी पड़ गया अपने को
Circle right now. Aurora look to back it out
वो
slightly,
एक
but it's just sitting
बोल सकता हूँ
ahead of them from Thunder Talk. I think they're
मतलब
going
वो
back to
एक
vehicles
चोक हुआ
here.
उसके अलावा तो
They want to get a little bit
कुछ
of
लग रहा
speed
नहीं।
into this one. They are the only team with 4
वो
players
रिवाइव नहीं देना
alive.
था रे
Looks like, yeah, they're going to step in.
रिवाइव देने के चक्कर में पहले तो जोन आ रहा था
It's the right time. Okay, yeah. they're
और जिस जगह पे रिवाइव दिया वो जोन का एज था स्पॉटेड भी था वो नहीं
And
देके
they're going to
थोड़ा
try and move forwards. You imagine that they're going to be trying to pop smokes potentially over towards Goat's direction.
वो एक ही चीज लग रहा है
Down the
गलत
hill, they're covering their rotate. Okay, Ralph's going to stick behind. Makes sense. Sitting's directly underneath, not going to cause any problems. One vehicle does move up.
रिप्ले में देखेंगे रिप्ले में देखेंगे
Sent through. Oh, if one of them takes a heavy hit and drops down to try and preserve the health bar, it could be that Simpson's just going to wait and take those shots.
अपनी गुफा बना
He's
के
still in
बैठा
the
है
zone
बाप
and
रे
hasn't made a move for a long, long time. I don't know if they're aware of his position. Ralph is very low. They know roughly where they're coming from now, and Ralph opted to stay behind just in case.
भाई क्या
He is
जगह लेके बैठे
very difficult to get on his belly and snake his way in. Smoke's going to have to be used here to get him into position. Yeah, but for Goat, these buildings are crucial right now. The game will slow down massively, at least for the time being. Aurora's got a coop to work with. That's about it. Not the most dense of vehicles either. That will go up in flames pretty quickly. It depends who's taking shots, because I don't think the Galaxy can go for the full
नाम
volley
sitting
at the
है
moment.
अपन उसको
Ghost
स्टिंग
don't
बुलाते
necessarily have the angles to go for a full team volley at it at the moment. It
स्टिंग
depends
बुलाते
on where
अपन
they're trying to go.
एजे को भी अजय बुलाते
Got a
अपन
little bit of time, maybe about 5 seconds of runway to play
बिल्लू
with
बदमाश स्टिंग भाई
before
अरे
it will just go down. And 5 seconds is enough to do quite a lot.
अरे बाप रे.
Quick sweep round.
Desperation.
A little bit of information. See where those shots do come from. They have the sideline slightly covered up from Goat here, but as they move further down the road, it becomes not so much. And they almost have to play in alongside with Goat because Goat is so secure in this location on the southeast. Enigma Galaxy knows that too.
Match
They're
number
waiting
3.
for the next circle to pop, which is taking its.
Guys, like करना नहीं भूलना भाइयों, like करते रहो. Can beat 125k likes.
There's the MG3 job. Yeah, it was. I spotted that one earlier in the evening feed. I forgot to bring it up, but they did manage to pick that one up. I imagine very early from the loot truck in Pachinki, and they've been marshalling it ever since in the hands of Satan. Nades on in, trying to find the player, sneaking his way through. Not quite connecting this time. Gaming Stars, the team to draw our current table toppers to a close. Q1 DRX did fall to them. They couldn't quite push through on the north side. They know there's another team here because they didn't fully finish out Ulf there, so they know the rest of the squad must be further down. Oh, you must be joking me. It drops over towards Enigma Galaxy on that south side.
NGX पे क्या जगह है, तुरतुरी भी है, पूरा zone भी
3
है.
points.
NGX में प्यारी जगह
Be
है.
able to survive probably up into a third place after this.
Higher ground है, 4-man जिंदा है.
Taking so much trouble from
तुरतुरी है.
apart. I think with this circle though,
NGX का चिकन होना चाहिए.
Aurora, what are your choices here? Is it just go for go?
NGX का
Probably
चिकन होना
trying to
चाहिए.
rock up over towards where Ulf is playing.
तुरतुरी,
on this
better
north
zone,
side.
better place.
It's a hell of a dash for yourself, but if you can try and get yourself.
One click and you're in. Join 30 million users on Pocket Broker. Practice on an all-you-can-try free demo account. Explore over 250 global assets and withdraw with no commission. Pocket Broker, the right way to start.
अरे यार 5 बज गए.
हाँ तो
आज फिर से आईपीओ अप्लाई करना भूल गया.
तो टेंशन मत ले. एम स्टॉक में तू कभी भी लाइव आईपीओस में अप्लाई कर सकता है.
Investments in securities markets are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Sell as well.
यार वो रिवाइवल वाला गम हो रहा है यार मेरे को
Down
अभी भी.
over towards them. Reefus is the last to fall, and from 8 to Ego down to 4.
यार वो रिवाइव नहीं देता है कि
Very, very quick. And remember, there is still
वो
that
time पे
solo,
revival
so
देना
it's pretty
sense नहीं
much
था यार.
3. Thundertalk leaving
वहाँ पे
their
रिवाइव
one
नहीं देके यार
down
थोड़ा
on the
कैपिटलाइज करना था फाइट को
one
यार.
of the
थोड़े
cliffs.
पॉइंट्स मिलते किल के
Shotgun in
पॉइंट्स.
hand,
ठीक है,
cowering
तो 2
underneath
point
the
पे.
rocks. Yeah, I like how I gave a little bit.
दो नहीं 3 पॉइंट मिले मैच से बस.
He's been off.
उधर रिवाइव नहीं देता तो साला शायद 5-6 पॉइंट तो होते. गुस्सा आ रहा है.
Okay, shots coming through from K.
दर्द हो रहा है.
I mean, this. What else can you
है ना?
do really? I mean, Enigma Galaxy has
हो रहा है
a
दर्द हो
lot
revival
of
का.
control here.
मेरे को रिवाइवल का दर्द हो रहा है भाई.
Go's gonna have to push out, and Enigma Galaxy is fairly easily covered. It is wild the amount of water that's still in this circle.
अभी भी zone
Finally
में.
pull back to the benefit of Go. They're
अभी भी zone
very
में भाई
happy
वो.
with this one. They keep one of their buildings in, although not all of them looking super happy. However, they're really not in any danger right now. They can just put their players around this building, not really worry too much because they know everybody else is over on this cliffside. It's an impossible game for them, but Enigma Galaxy, I'm not gonna lie to you.
मतलब ये मैच तो चोक नहीं कर
I
सकते
think with good circles, Goat might have it.
एमओ की भी कमी है. थोड़ा आराम से चलो भाई. दो मैच है आपके पास.
Southwest. Oh yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I forgot about that one. We do have to end the game at some point, John. No, let's keep it going forever.
कोई ना मैच अगला मैच अच्छा होगा. Yes, it's fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, if they could, if we could get a stage 11, it'd be great. But I just don't see anyone else winning this. We all know when you play in these areas, as soon as you come out to this open ground here, it is a death sentence. If they had vehicles, maybe they could hit a flying V over towards the loot crate. They have to move now. If Go wants to win the game, they have to move now whilst they're fighting. They have to read it. They have to get out. But do they have the smokes? Are they in position? Do they have the vehicles even to make this one move forwards? I believe that they do. Another nade over the top from Lord as the backlines are keeping Enigma Galaxy on 4 players. Ketch gets rezzed, and now they're back as 2. Another nade goes long. They're not quite finding it. They're holding out. A nade forwards. Catches them on the backline. Takes them super low, but it's not quite enough. Just got Coops and Lord rolling on forwards. Lord is down. Coops is low. Where are Coops, Blank? Where are they?
अगर कुछ ना हो
To be fair, they left Saiyan behind with the MG3. That's a good weapon to hold on. But finally, they're thinking, potentially, we got to make a move on the back of this. They've been setting up this whole time. This is good, actually. actually. I quite like this from Go. They have to take this opportunity. It's a little bit late, but again, it takes a
Sitting,
long
man, chill
time
karo
to
bas.
set up those smoke trains. Sitting is very happily looking
Sitting
for his
is
second
actually
place.
sitting.
He can hope. Third place right now, guaranteed for him. A nice little boon to Thunder Talk to get them off the bottom of the tables. Hopefully, a big nade.
Victory wala tha
Takes a lot of damage off the MG3 angle as well. Over onto Saints
pata gaya.
Goes the hill, and he's down. The MG3 out, and Ralph now is isolated. Foopsman on the top of the building has got that high ground advantage to potentially find Ralph. The drop down came through from Lord as well. He's down in the water. He's looking for the last straggler from Thunder Talk. They kind of know where he's going to be now, and they're scouting it out, but they may have overcommitted to this split. Lord needs to get back into an angle where he can contribute to this fight. Yeah, no, I mean, Sitting is still here.
Hey, नीचे
Could
कैसे
cause a
गिरा
big
रे
problem for them. Sasuke's way back up the hill right now. Like
अरे
you
भाई
said,
वो
getting
नीचे गिर गया.
three down is really bad news. Good shot from Coops once again. He has to be the man of the moment
अरे
right
वो
now.
नीचे गिर गया.
Coops on the back line is a big deal for them. The circle is starting to push them in. This is where it gets hard.
Oh,
Got was
कैसे ना
able
बोले
to
लोग.
create enough of an opportunity. Killer Joe with some good shots back that way. Putting them back and giving them a scare. Killer Joe does go down, and Coops now steps up for more, but Bootsman's not suppressing the angle. Goats playing with two, and they're on the cliff. Lord is down. Coops now under pressure, and they are melting underneath it. They do finally fall, but it's only one player. It's all up to Coops, and he's dropped down. Coops has fallen off. I mean, for Enigma Galaxy, it felt like they just crumbled like a stale biscuit. Underneath, got off. Moxie looking down towards Coops. He's the final player left alive. And he's going to be able to get up to the three-man. Where was Lord? Where was Ralph's rebuttal on that western side? And Coops goes down to the zone. Goodness me.
यार ये लोग कैसे आगे रहे हैं? मैच थ्रो कर दिए लोग. भाई ये तो कुछ क्रेजी थ्रो देख दिया भाई मैं.
They are able to find the chicken dinner on what seemed to be an impossible scenario. I feel like Enigma Galaxy just got in their own head. Yeah, I feel like pushing Ulf wasn't a necessity though. I feel like the biggest threat came from GOAT that game. That's where you should have been looking. That's where you should have been watching. As soon as you start...
हाँ ये तो भाई जेन्युइन भाई निग्मा गैलेक्सी का कोच तो बहुत इनको ऐसा मार मार के गैलेक्सी में पहुंचा देगा भाई.
can instantly just be a domino effect to you going back to the lobby.
Yeah, we're in constant flux today as well. Things are going to be changing, right? Day one, start to get the jitters out of the way for some of the squads, and especially for a team like GOAT, historically, it's felt like they played much slower on those early games. They don't like to force fights if they can avoid it till late mid-game circles.
और क्या भाई?
So obviously running
मालूम है
into a
लोग मेरे बारे में
comfortable
पूछोगे
start there. Could they have got that pick on Ragnarok and Bill? Maybe, but that's not the timeline we're living in.
Yeah. Hey, great disengage from Ragnarok, though, right? I mean, he got volleyed. He immediately put himself in a good position to get supported, and it was really that anchor, right? Foops. Like, if he was able to get a knock there, it would have went the entire other direction. To that northern side. It's a tough on over to military, but I think if you're Aurora, you definitely want to put yourself in a good position just in case.
Cut over there to the Moxie POV, dual life going. Meanwhile, you can see some of the establishment of our other squads, like you say, Aurora on the move, getting themselves back down into a position to build on this one. There's your Ulf cameo as well.
पॉइंट का डिफरेंस है अपने में और फर्स्ट में एक अच्छा गेम पूरा बॉल वेवी हो जाएगा चैट में है ना पूरा वेवी माहौल हो जाएगा एक पूरा बॉल वेवी हो जाएगा चैट में है ना पूरा वेवी माहौल हो जाएगा एक पूरा बॉल वेवी हो जाएगा पूरा वेवी माहौल हो जाएगा एक हो जाएगा चैट में है ना पूरा वेवी माहौल हो जाएगा एक अच्छा गेम यार
They're going to be the anchor beings here for this one. If that zone goes south, they'll have a great position for it. I like this. I like what I saw from Aurora there. They went to that edge of that circle, trying to catch maybe a sneaky player on rotation, try to soak up some points. But when they didn't find anything, all right, let's go ahead and prioritize circle here.
Smart plays, a talented squad.
Hey!
Odds that I think a lot of us want to see really get into that.
Yeah, things definitely slowing down here, for sure. You know, we'll fight a little bit later as we get into those later stages. But this position has been taken. Next zone does pop, and it goes dead center. All right, so yeah, military definitely out of play at this point. We are going to go to that northern island. You can see Aurora down south. Going to have to make that bridge cross. And on the other bridge, we got AGAL and EK going to have to make that late rotate.
Let's see, man.
Yeah, a lot of water in play here as well. So
let's see, bro.
For 4 Thrives to potentially be able to build off the back of this one on that slightly delayed rotation.
Fingers crossed.
Over the bridge could get a bit messy as this develops.
Now teams just trying to put themselves into a solid position. Wolf are going to be looking for one here. A lot of open fields in this northern spot. Maybe they're going to be hoping that for a northern shift. But for right now, 4 Thrives are going to be holding this hillside, and that is the dominant position in this zone. Fudia just forced to take the warehouse. Still a great spot as well. And we'll see just how this decides to play out in the next couple minutes.
See if Valor can run it straight back as well with the incredible performance he's had today as an individual. Been absolutely out there hulking out, mate.
Bro, एक डाउट है मेरे को ये जो कोचेस पहने हेडफोन पहन के जितने भी कोचेस बैठे हेडफोन पहन के क्या इनको इनके प्लेयर्स के कॉम्स जा रहे हैं इनके हेडफोन में मतलब ये सुन रहे हैं शायद है ना अपने अपने प्लेयर्स के कॉम्स एंड देन मैच के बाद उनको फीडबैक देंगे
coming in now as well.
Yeah, here they go. Just everybody just playing
some
shots over, playing a little game of keep away. And 4 Thrives are going to have...
Bro, अगर ये लोग अपने प्लेयर्स के कॉम्स सुन रहे तो क्रेजी है वो.
So far, let's see where the next zone goes. And yeah, Falak just putting some shots onto those vehicles. Going to make it very difficult.
ओजी के लिए 111 का शगुन भेज रहा हूँ. Love you and watch party WC. Bhavish, thank you that 111 भाई. Love you मेरी जान.
And I'm surprised we're seeing Thunder Talk take that.
Thank you so much Bhavish. Means a lot.
Actually, just an open air. I mean, yeah, they just got busted out on rotate. That's tough.
पूछ लूँगा चलो बाद में किसी.
Might work out all
Jet
right
ski.
for the delay rotation there for Geeky as well.
गाने सुन रहे हैं शर्म करो यार पब्लिक
Hovercraft
तलविंदर
in
नहीं
the
सुन रहे हो लोग
distance, jet ski up. Hey, that's a summer camp play.
There you go. He's going to be headed straight to that hovercraft. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I guess EK just abandoned that bridge play. They're like, you know what? Let's just try to cross the water here. And a hovercraft's definitely going to help do that. Meanwhile,
ओह
Aurora going to hold
Pahila
on to
kirana,
this
Ekika,
bridge.
let's
So they're going to be
go.
just edging through that
Shit.
circle little by little.
Come on,
You can see
Eke.
the action, though, in that elimination.
शुरुआत है अभी.
That was orangutan getting
Let's
some
go,
shots
man.
down range.
आरजीसी का आखिरी बंदा बचा है
Hovercraft
वो भी
in
कहीं
play
आसपास ही रहेगा मार
here,
सकते हो उसको
backline over towards the
एके ने
bridge
मारा
side.
पहला किल लेट्स गो
Instantly, visually confirmed by Aurora.
W
They
करो
won't
भाइयों.
play their card yet though, trying to catch you if you do go for the wrap over. Uh-oh, bit of a stagger there, Duke. Start to dump